Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is day 47, I believe. Let me just double check that before I start talking. Yeah, day 47 of the series, Dreams to Reality. If you're new to the series, it's basically about my journey on going from 0 to 10K in a month, as well as dropping little pieces of gems and knowledge throughout, my entire journey. A little bit of background knowledge on me. I'm a former athlete. I played basketball for about 15 to 16 years up until JUCO, and I transferred over to entrepreneurship, where I now run an insurance business with my father, and I also started a marketing agency with one of my former teammates that I grew up with, and we work with dealerships, real estate agents, and restaurants, and kind of promoting them with their social media and organic marketing via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. But what I wanted to talk about today specifically was investments, and most importantly investing in yourself, right? Investing in your mind, investing in your health, and ultimately how that is going to build up your wealth. Now, a lot of the times people are going to tell you, you need to invest in stocks, you need to invest in crypto, you need to invest in real estate, you need to invest in, or whatever it is that people are trying to tell you you need to invest in. But what good is it if you don't even know how to use those investments, right? So to me, the biggest thing is investing in myself and into knowledge, and how I can learn new things so that I can build new skills and monetize them as well. For example, like this year, specifically, a little bit of background as well. I used to work at Dick's Sporting Goods, a little sports store where I stay at. But when I became an entrepreneur this year, I had to learn, how to sell, how to communicate, how to run ads, how to dude, I learned actually a bunch of things that it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. Content, how to make content properly, and a lot of these things, like, instead of me trying to figure out everything on my own, I literally paid thousands of dollars in coaching and courses of people that have already done the things that I aspire to do, because when I paid them to teach me how to do it, right, I skipped months and years of failure and experiences simply because they've already done it. So they give you the blueprint on how to do these things. Right? I spent thousands to learn how to properly make content in order to monetize it. I spent it on how to learn how to sell properly. And the biggest thing is, right, it can be a little bit of, how should I say, like, it can be a little bit of nervousness and, uncertainty on investing into yourself and investing into these things, because you don't know if you're going to get that return on your investment, that ROI. But there has to be a risk that you're willing to take, because I've made all the money back that I've put into my knowledge, right? I have learned how to properly run Facebook ads, and now my cost per lead is as low as $5-6, and the money that I can make back is under $1,000. Now, if I didn't pay to learn how to run Facebook ads, or I didn't pay to learn how to make content, or I didn't pay to learn how to sell, I would be wasting so many hours, days, weeks, months, and ultimately probably years, simply because I'm failing and not understanding how to properly do things. Whereas I can learn how to do these things properly from someone who's already done it. Now then it comes down to, okay, who can you trust that has done it? Where can you learn how to properly do these things? And that just comes down to research and the amount of time you're willing to put in to, check out, okay, what are these resources that people have to offer? Who have they helped before? And where they're at in their life, making sure that, they actually live the things that they speak about and preach. Because if they didn't, a lot of people are selling courses or are talking about things that they've actually never really done before. So then that's, something that you don't want to do. The people that I have invested in, I know actually personally, and I've seen them grow in their aspects, in their business, in their lives. So I've learned that, okay, if they've done it and I want to do what they're doing, wouldn't it make sense to kind of just have them teach me directly and give me that blueprint? And that's exactly what I've done. And I've been able to make thousands of dollars simply because I invested in myself. I invested in my knowledge. Now, before you start to put in hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands, depending on where you're at in your life and, bills and things like that, what you can do is, if that's not really in your budget, to say, hey, I want to spend $500 on this course, but that's not in your budget, milk all of the free resources out there. Whether that's SMMA, or whether that's a car detailing business or Facebook ads or whatever it is, look at every single free resource you can on TikTok, on YouTube, Instagram. Research that, ChatGPT. Ask it for blueprints. Ask it for A through Z on how to actually, monetize off this business. And once you've done all of that, I started my marketing agency off of free resources. And then once it got to a point to where it started getting a little bit, bigger, then it grew a lot quicker than I thought. Then I started looking into paid courses and paid, programs that kind of teach you from people who've already done it. And, like I said, I already made that money back. So what I would say is milk all the free content that you can, research hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And once it gets to a point to where it's like, okay, I have a basic understanding, and maybe you might have implemented some of these things and you've made a little bit of money. Once you start to grow, then look into, maybe looking into people who've done it before at a high level, pay them, they'll give you the sauce, and I promise you'll make it back if you're willing to actually do the work that it takes to get there. Now, that's mainly for your mindset, investing into your mind and using that to grow your skills and monetize them, like I've said. Now, what about your body and your health and wellness, right? That comes down to the gym and working out, exercising, not being just a lazy person that isn't, working on themselves as well, because your mind is just as important as your body and vice versa. Find a local gym near you, or if you can't afford a gym, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, even as something as small as taking walks around your neighborhood, walks, jogs, playing a sport. I'm literally, after I'm done making this video and posting it, I'm going to go to the gym with a few of my friends and go play basketball. Like, just keep your mind, not only keeping your mind busy through, learning, but keep your body busy by doing workouts and doing difficult things, right? When you're lifting heavy weights and you're on that last rep and you finish it and complete it, you not only are you getting stronger physically, but mentally you're like, okay, I can really do these difficult things even though my body may not want to. I force it and I finish this hard workout. I finished running this mile, or I finished playing this basketball game when I was tired. Like, do things that are difficult, and the more difficult things you complete, the easier these difficult things become, and then your mind just becomes tolerant to these difficult activities, in which that's just going to help you build your business overall and become a stronger person and business owner as well. And so I was writing down some things on self-investment. Every time you start to make money off of investing in yourself and investing in your knowledge and your body, like, keep going in that. Like, continue to learn more. And if it does cost money, see, okay, whether it's worth it or not. And if it's worth it, don't be afraid to just continue to invest into yourself, because you're going to make that money back. The biggest thing I've learned is broke people are scared to put money where their mouth is. Like, if you're saying you want to go do all these things, you have to spend money to make money. And that's one thing that I've learned this year. I've spent hundreds of dollars to make thousands of dollars back. A lot of the times when you're first, making that first payment, like, oh shoot, like, I don't know if I'm really ready to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on this, because you don't know if you're going to make that money back. And it's going to be scary. But once you break that barrier and that self-doubt and those limiting beliefs, you'll start to realize, like, if I really apply myself, all this money that I'm putting into this, I'm gonna make it back sooner or later. And once you start making it back, you're only gonna grow, and you're gonna continue to level up. And every time you level up, then you have even more money to invest into yourself and get even better. And then it's just gonna get to a point to where it's like, it's nothing. It's just another expense in your day-to-day life that is ultimately gonna help you in the long run. So just continue to invest in yourself and surround yourself with people who have a growth mindset rather than being stagnant. It's so easy to get stagnant and say, oh, I'm good making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, but I want to get to 10K, and then when I get to 10K, then I want to get to 20, then 50, and then 100K months. But I'm not going to be able to do that if I'm surrounding myself with people who don't want to have, big aspirations and goals like this. It's going to be a lot harder, and they say that, you shouldn't tell your big goals to small-minded people. And if you're surrounding yourself with the right people who also have big goals, then you guys are just growing together as well. Like, I think I spoke about it in a few of my other videos, is I go to a men's Bible study group every Wednesday, and we incorporate how God has ultimately helped us, and how I have to give all glory to him. I wouldn't be here without him, and I wouldn't have this mindset without him. So once again, all glory goes to God and everything that I've done in my life. And when we go to these Bible study groups, we kind of talk about how he has helped us in our business, but the people that I surround myself with are similar ages, in between 19 to like 22, 23 years old. And we all have our own businesses. Some run door-to-door sales. One is a real estate agent. Others head of digital marketing. He does sales as well. And we all have these extremely high goals and aspirations that we want to do, as well as giving all glory to God and incorporating Him into our day-to-day lives and our business. And so by surrounding myself with that, I feel like I've just grown as a person extremely quicker, and my mindset has shifted extremely fast, simply because I'm surrounding myself with the right kinds of people. So try to find these networks, these people. Feel free to DM me on Instagram at Khalil Forrester. Leave a like, leave a comment on this video as well. And if I'd love to just connect with you if you may not have anyone in your area that you can kind of talk about these things with. So that's pretty much it. Stay disciplined, keep working, and don't be afraid to put some money into yourself, right? That's the biggest thing that I can give you guys from this video, is don't be afraid to invest into yourself, because you'll make that money back if you're willing to do what it takes in order to do that. So that's pretty much it. Once again, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Khalil Forrester. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.